Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you how you can use a full palette in one shot for one makeup look, and we're gonna keep it simple. I picked a very neutral palette, trying to figure out the shades and how do I combine them, how do I blend them. Then you have this one palette which looks great, but I think I only use at most a third of the colors. So I always try to, I feel like it's such a waste, right? I want to use all of them because they're so beautiful. So thinking and trying, and it doesn't work out. And then the combinations that did work out, I don't know how to replicate. I've been searching for that best neutral palette out there where I can use the majority of the colors without wasting any and still look good, look natural, look like it's wearable every single day. I want to show you how you can combine and use every single shade in your makeup palette. And I found this palette, it's amazing. It's by Urban Decay Basics 2. It's called the Naked 2. And it's just beautiful. They put so much thought into all these shades and their combination. I'm using right now every single shade in this palette, and I want to show you how you can replicate that and really what's the meaning behind every shade and how do you apply that to yourself. I think a lot of us don't understand how to use shades and different colors and tones. I want to break down for you this entire palette so you can see every single color and how it's being used and what's the purpose behind it. Because I think oftentimes we just see this color and this color and oh, looks great, and then you just ignore the other five. So I want to use all of them. I think it's great to blend them in, and I find that I always struggled with that. So once I got it narrowed down to how it kind of looks good combined together, I want to show you this look. I'm actually wearing it right now. It's very easy. It's probably been the fastest eyeshadow application for me because I use them all in order. And you have to kind of just understand the role of each shade and where to apply it, how to apply it, what brush to apply it with. So I'm gonna go over that with you today. So the first shade that I use is this one. It's called Skimp. It's the brightest one. And I want to mention that you can apply this across the board on most palettes that you might even have. So look for the lightest shade. I never knew what that was used for. And most of them have a white. I never knew what the point of that is. So let me tell you. I use the lightest shade to highlight the inner corner of my eyes and also put a little line closest to your eyelashes that will brighten your eye. That's when the light hits your eye, you want to get that look of different tone and lightness. It just catches the eye and it looks so much better. So that's the first one. The second one, Stark. This one is, I want to say, the closest tone to your own skin, well, to my skin. And I apply this as the base on my entire eyelid, only on the bottom. So I don't go in a crease and I don't go over it. It's just for the eyelid. The third one, and then you notice that we're getting darker and darker. The third one is called Frisk. This one I apply with a fluffier brush. I apply it over my crease. So you can go in the crease and slightly over so that when your eye is open, you can actually see it right above a little bit. That would be the medium shade, the light medium shade. And you'll most likely find that in any of the other palettes that you have. So it's going to be slightly darker than the one that you use as the base on your entire eyelid. The fourth one, going darker, is called Cover, and this is significantly pigmented and darker, so you want to be very careful with this one. Don't over apply. I use a blending brush and I apply it in the corner here. If you look diagonally from the corner of your eye to your eyebrow, within that diagonal line, right in the middle, you want to use a blending brush in small circles. You just apply it and blend From there on, you're gonna move upwards right inside the crease and just blend inside the crease. You don't wanna go in too deep, so I wouldn't go further than the middle of your eyelid. You wanna create a circle and half a crease to blend in together. With an angled brush, you're going to next dip in the same color and bring that line down. So at this point, from the corner of my eyelid all the way to that middle circle that you put diagonally, you're going to draw a line and blend it in nicely. If you think about the reason for it, is because now you're going darker and now you're creating the shadow, the shadow of your eye, which will also create depth to your look. And you're really doing a V shape. The fifth shade is called Primal. This I would use with a slightly blending brush on the 1/3 outer corner of your eyelid. You could also use a liner brush with this shade and slightly go under your eyes. I use this to create a shadow effect, which looks great. It's not very strong, so you're not creating an actual line with a pencil or eyeliner. You're just using eyeshadow, and it just makes your eyes look bigger and more open. You can use the cover or the primal, so the same shade that you used for your to blend inside your crease, you can use underneath your lower lash line. You want to blend that in very nicely and smoothly so it's not really noticeable. Really, you're trying to create an effect, which is a depth and natural shadow to your eyelashes. And then lastly, this one is called Undone. This is probably going to be your darkest shade that you want to use. I always like to dip my brush into water and then wipe it clean damp it slightly on paper, either paper towel or a napkin, whatever the case is. And I try my best to stay away from blacks because they are overpowering, and I think they're not very subtle. Go for the darkest brown shade that you have in your palette, dip your brush in it slightly, and then you can tight line your eyelashes, meaning you just add little lines, although with an angled brush, you tight line your upper eyelashes all the way from the inside to out. You can wing it out if you want to, but that's about it. So if you think about the role of all these shades, you're going from lighter to darker and adding the layers, and I hope that this provided some insight into how to layer them and how to provide that effect. You're really blending and creating shadows. I'm actually going to post a video on how to use this specific one. I absolutely love it, and how to recreate the look that I have right now. And so stay tuned for that video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you have a better understanding of the different shades and how to blend them and combine them together, and really to understand the role and the purpose of each shade within the palette. I highly recommend this one. If you didn't get it, you could try it out, and if not, you can apply the reasoning behind it to really any palette that you already have. And thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye!